Hello everyone, Gravel here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to beat the hardest boss in the game, the Super Sapper. Right, so because the Super Sapper is the hardest boss in the game, I've been preparing to fight it throughout my entire run. So I've got various relics here that I believe will help me against the Super Sapper, and as they do their jobs I'll try and point them out. So starting off, you can see its board's entirely shielded. That's really bad for my potion bolt because it means the multi-ball won't activate. Fortunately, I've got quite a few extra refreshes, so that gives me a good chance of refreshing the board, which will allow the multi-balls to start splitting. Unfortunately, we didn't hit any of them, but what we did hit was a lot of bombs. Now, the Super Sapper naturally has quite a lot of bombs on its board, and of course it spawns red bombs during the fight. So you might think, oh, because bombs do half damage against the Super Sapper, that bombs are quite bad against it, when the reality is, bomb synergy is one of the best ways to beat the Super Sapper. So in terms of our bomb synergy, we've got a Bomb Baton, which just adds 3 more pegs. But crucially, we've got Smoke Mod, and we've got Sand Arrows. Now, it's very hard to deal 9,000 damage with this teeny tiny little pegboard that Super Sapper has got. It's much easier to apply 100 blind to him, and when he's got 100 blind, he can no longer attack you, and because he can't attack you, he can't spawn any more red bombs. So the Super Sapper's main weakness, I would say, is blind. And because bombs allow you to apply a lot of blind, with Smoke Mod, bombs can be a very effective counter against him. Now, we've also conveniently got Choke Mod. You can see it's already applied quite a lot of protection, so that should help us kill him. But overall, our main goal here is to just apply 100 blind to him. So I'm going to proceed with just trying to hit as many bombs as possible, apply as much blind as possible. Now you see the Super Sapper is summoning minions in order to block my attacks against him. So I deliberately picked up Overwhelmer shortly before this fight to try and help me deal with that. Another orb I deliberately picked up was the Shock Absorber. Shock Absorber is probably the best orb in the entire game against the Super Sapper. So if you do get the opportunity to pick it up, you'll really want to. So I'm just going to fire this over here and hope it hits a lot of pegs. Massive damage. So you can see we're consistently able to apply blind to the Super Sapper, and we're doing a lot of damage to it. Of course, this Echo Orb's going to Echo Orb the Shock Absorber, kill out all the minions, hit the Super Sapper again, apply even more blind to it. I've got plenty of AoE because I needed to deal with the Blister earlier, and AoE happens to be also very effective against the Super Sapper. So you might think, oh, I want to use my Air Circle here because it's way better than this level 1 stone. But because the Super Sapper is not being blocked at the moment, and I do really want to blind him, I'm actually going to fire the level 1 stone, just to get the blind up a little bit more. You see we got our first miss. And now here I can use the Ice Circle to go through this Sapper. So the Super Sapper's got an incredible amount of blind now. And it turns out we might actually just be able to kill it. I wasn't sure we would necessarily have enough damage to take this guy out. Some of the relics I select really early on with bag orange pegs. You can see at the moment it's giving me a ×2 damage modifier, but I really want to hit these refreshes because I've got refreshes crit. So I'm not going to take advantage of that, and I think we should be able to take him out here. Now, there's a couple of other relics that have been really helpful here. Of course, I got an early grinding Monstera to give me like 100 extra HP, which it does seem like I might have needed. In addition to a Basalt Totem, which has been increasing my HP a little bit too. Unfortunately, there's no real good way of dealing with the Super Sapper, in terms of like a general sense. There's just like little things you can do, and if you happen to get quite a lot of them, you might stand a good chance. So yeah, hopefully this guy will get reworked soon. Oh, he died to spin action. Nice. And yeah, I hope that gives you somewhat of an idea of what you can do against the Super Sapper. If we had a little bit more bomb synergy, we probably could have utilised Smoke Mod a bit more. Because even with very few bombs on the board, we managed to get him to 50 blind, which is really good. Our Shock Absorber is really strong, because it did loads of damage to him, especially when combined with the Echo. And yeah, in general, it's not a very fair fight, but there are some options you've got. And I have the turtle can really help to find those options. Yeah, I hope that helps.